Hi, guys. I'm here today to talk about something that I think is very important, not only for your own spiritual path, but also for humanity as a whole. The topic that I want to talk about today is forgiveness. Forgiveness is when something happens, whether to you or by you, and you are remorseful for it, or you recognize that what you did or said was not right, or vice versa, what somebody said or did wasn't right, and you forgive them, or you ask them to forgive you. Forgiveness is allowing ourselves to enter into our heart space and also to become humble and filled with grace. And forgiveness allows us to free ourselves energetically from said person or situation. Now, there's many layers to forgiveness, right? So let's say somebody hurts us and we're still pretty, feeling it pretty hard. It's still bothering us, and we're just like, I forgive him. I forgive him for being a jerk, right? We've all been there. Like, I forgive that person for being dumb. Like, very baseline level of forgiveness. The reason why it's still a baseline level of forgiveness is because you're still passing judgment towards that person. And you're still not fully seeing the situation or person from a higher perspective. Now, if we look at our emotions and even our experiences as an onion, right? Because onions have multiple layers. That type of forgiveness is really just pulling back the first layer of that onion. But as we go deeper in our healing journey, we recognize that there are deeper things to forgive. Now, why forgiving somebody is important is because it not only frees you energetically from that situation, right? Because you're recognizing how it went wrong, what happened, who was involved. So when we forgive somebody for doing something, we are freeing ourselves energetically from that cord or connection. By doing that, you are also allowing the person to not be trapped in an energetic mindset of that is how that person is. For example, let's say Bobby stole money from Susie, and Susie says, you know what? I forgive you. By Susie forgiving Bobby, subconsciously and energetically, she's detaching the energy of him being a thief from his body, from his soul, from his consciousness. And by doing so, you're creating space for a different outcome, for a different energy to now enter Bobby and his subconscious and conscious mind, which will help him in the future. Maybe he will come across this type of scenario again, and he might think back, well, maybe this isn't the right thing to do. Another reason why forgiveness is very important is because it teaches us, right? It teaches us that we are the creator of what's happening around us. It also teaches us how we are interjected into people's lives to teach them lessons. And ultimately, it teaches us that everything that has happened to us is ultimately a lesson for our soul. So when we're looking back at the different layers of forgiveness, eventually you'll get to the point of forgiving somebody, and that somebody becomes yourself. So you're you're no longer placing judgment on the person for doing anything, You are now accepting responsibility for how your energy actually played into the situation. So it goes deeper. Instead of it being, I forgive Bobby for stealing from me, then it goes to, I forgive Bobby for thinking that he needed to steal from me. Then it goes, I forgive Bobby for playing that part for me. I forgive myself for thinking that I am not worthy of the money that I have. And I forgive myself for thinking that I lack abundance and it can be taken from me. I forgive myself for believing that I wasn't abundant to begin with. So if you see how it starts off as forgiving the external person and then working our way internally to the deep core issues of what the lesson has to deal with, then you can see how forgiveness is so important. And I understand a lot of people think that when you say, I forgive them, that you are automatically nullifying what they did to you. By forgiving somebody, you are not taking the blame off them, right? And especially when you do it at first. But eventually you get to the point where you recognize like everybody's just a projection of your own internal wounding. And how are the people playing out these internal wounds or subconscious beliefs? So when we're really looking at forgiveness, it's good to start with the person, place, or thing. But eventually you want to track deeper, track into your soul and try and figure out why you called that about. What is it within your own internal belief systems that your soul decided to show you through that experience? So eventually, the deeper you get into forgiveness and healing, the deeper you actually end up healing yourself, because you recognize that it's a part of you that needed to be recognized and needed to be healed and needed to be forgiven, right? Because we have our own subconscious programming beliefs that we've taken on, not only from our experiences from childhood, from adulthood, but also we take on these subconscious programmings from when we are actually in our mother's womb. Like that's how deep some of this healing has to come from. And not only from our mother's womb, but we are taking on subconscious programming from our ancestral lines, which is basically integrated into our DNA. So I just wanted to come on here, just explain the different levels of forgiveness, why forgiveness is so important, and to help you guys, If you have any questions, please reach out to me. My name is Jennifer. I am a Reiki master and massage therapist. I have to promote myself because nobody else is going to promote me. I am in New Jersey, but I do offer sessions over the phone for anybody who is outside of New Jersey. I'm actually working on securing a space so I can have people come to me, but for the time being, more than happy to do sessions over the phone. I do Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. I speak light language, and I'll make another video about light language to kind of explain how it works and get rid of any fears that people might have towards it. So yeah, let me know if you need any help, and I'm gladly here to help you. Have a great day. Bye.